90s House Party, powered by Odyssey. Saturday, April 4th at 6 p.m. Premiering 2 new music reels by Blink-182 and the Red Hot Chili Peppers on the Canopy. Plus, don't miss a live performance by Deep Blue Something. And I said, what about breakfast at Tiffany's? A dance zone with live DJ on Casino Center, customizable merch, and so much more.
What's up? Thanks for hanging out for just a bit. We're coming into hour 2 of our live radio show. We're here in the Undisclosed Bunker Studios. Lots to talk about. We hope that you continue to join us. If you're listening on the socials or watching on the socials, stay put. You're going to hear the whole live radio show. You're going to be even able to participate by calling live into our radio talk show out of Las Vegas. Lots to cover. In the first hour, we were discussing President Trump's address to the nation. Did it change anything for you? Did it answer questions for you? Or are you still scratching your head saying, oh, I don't know what's going on? We talked a lot about that. We'll continue some of that conversation. And then we're going to talk about foul mouth Representative Susie Lee right here in Las Vegas. She's got a big mouth. She was probably drinking a bunch of martinis at 1 a.m. She went on this F-rated rant regarding President Trump. We're going to cover that and so much more. Hang out with us. We're going live on radio in just a couple seconds. Peace.
US and use promo code Sanchez to get $25 off your individual sign-up fee.
The reports are true. K-Don and Desert Springs Pools and Spas are giving away another pool. The 65K pool giveaway is back. Enter now at KDWN.com for your chance to win. Hurry, contest ends May 31st, 2026. No purchase necessary. See website for details.
I'm going down the rabbit hole.
It's time to dive deeper.
It's happening again.
They want to keep us divided so we don't realize they're chipping away at our freedoms.
We really thought through the cause and effect of our choices.
Tonight, one man will hold back the tide of sinister forces that threaten this great nation.
This isn't about politics. It's about truth in a culture built on noise. Can I get an amen? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
Yes, we can. Broadcasting live from Las Vegas. Independent, unapologetic, and unfiltered. Steve Sanchez.
Thank you, Greg Eringer. Steve Sanchez with you, hour 2 here in front of us. If you're just joining us on the Odyssey, iHeart, or TuneIn apps, thank you. Dodgers ball bumped us, but who gives a crap about Dodgers ball when you can be here playing ball with yours truly? We are live on the streams and, of course, live here on the socials. So we're glad you're hanging out with us. We heard President Trump in the first hour. We carried him here live. He spent about 20 minutes speaking to the country regarding Iran, what we're doing there, what we will be doing there in the next 3 weeks, and when we are exiting Iran. Some people feel comfortable. I was on the socials during the break, and some people feel, well, we just didn't get any questions answered. So what do you think, and how do you feel regarding President Trump's address to the nation here just a bit ago? Phone lines are open. If you'd like to join us, including our audience on the socials, you can call us as well live at 702-257-5396 is how you join us. All right, so I wanted to spend a couple of minutes on Representative Susie Lee, the most bipartisan representative in Congress, which is a bunch of crock, but that's how she's marketed herself. That's how she's branded herself. And, of course, she is the House representative out of Las Vegas, D3. She is, of course, running for re-election again. And all together, class, who do we want to replace her in November? All together, Marty O'Donnell, yes, of Halo fame. Marty O'Donnell, that is who needs to replace Susie Lee now more than ever, because at 1:03 a.m., yes, I'm up late. I'm a night owl. I was one of the first people in the country and media to catch this. I'll let people across the country know, and other people caught it. It's all over the place. It's her meltdown. Susie Lee's meltdown. She probably had one too many chocolate martinis, but she went on her personal X, okay? And she at 1:03 a.m. basically posted some things about President Trump attending the Supreme Court hearing on birthright citizenship. Here's what she said. So effing effed up is what the Post read. Okay. She did this on her personal account, not her official congressional account. She went on to say, I'll pray they F him to his face. Sorry, I say F a lot these days. Now, this was deleted literally within about 5 minutes, but because I am up at night, I caught it and I shared it, and so did many others. So I was probably one of the top few people at that time catching it, boom, live, real time. Now, she has responded because her PR people said, oh, God, Susie Lee, oh, God, you really stepped in the freaking manure on this one. So, of course, her PR people wrote her what is a stupid comment. And, of course, being that she has no sense, she posted it because she knows she stepped in the crapola. Here's what she said. Clearly, my language touched a nerve. My nerve was touched by the attacks on our Constitution and its separation of powers. I took an oath to protect and defend it. If that's true, Susie Lee, stop voting against DHS funding so our TSA agents can get a paycheck that you keep getting. And by the way, how do you pick such winners in your stock portfolio? Just asking for a friend. So she posted that on X. A spokesperson for her campaign basically spoke out and gave the gobbledygoo that they always do. Here's what they said. Democrat Susie Lee has become Nevada's... Look, let me just share something with you. I think it's important. I think it's very important. If Las Vegas rewards this and you reelect her, you deserve what the hell you get. What do you want me to say? Well, Steve, this was her personal. I don't care. Anytime Trump says anything that is viewed as controversial, he is thrown under the bus by the mainstream media and everybody and then some. So why does Susie Lee get a pass? What a filthy mouth slob. Okay? Filthy mouth, chocolate martini drinking slob. Like a drunken sailor. Ugh. Ugh. So glad my wife looks like a lady, acts like a lady, and has class like a lady. You wouldn't catch her saying those types of things, especially public. Steve, get over it. Stop being a child. She has the right. No. This is where you've made a mistake. I'm not going to get over it. I'm going to tell you why. Because I believe that there is a certain decorum that comes with certain positions. That's what I believe. That's what I believe. And I think this just sounded stupid. And it sounded almost like a drunken stupor. Not saying she was, because I don't know. And I really don't care, to be quite honest with you. But people are calling her Nevada's fool. Okay? In fact, the NRCC spokesman, Christian Martinez, said, hitting delete doesn't clean up her mess. It just proves she knows how embarrassing it is. And it is embarrassing because it's been all over. Local, statewide, national. Isn't it time we remove these people that don't give two damns? She's had 3 attempts, her, Dina Titus, Stephen Horsford, to fund DHS so TSA gets a paycheck. They refuse to do it. They're playing hostage. They're holding people's monies hostage. Now, I know these are government workers, and that comes with the territory. But how anti-American do you have to be to not want to fund the Department of Homeland Security or ICE? I mean, seriously, think about it. Isn't this just nutty? Wouldn't you agree it's nutty? It's nutty. It's nutty. That's just my opinion. All right, phone lines are open if you want to be part of the conversation. Again, our audience on social media You can also join us. We'd love to hear from you. If you're watching on social media, make sure you drop city, state that you're watching this on. And of course, ask any questions, because when I go to commercial break here on radio, I'll go straight to your comments and I'll answer any questions that I can. First, let me talk to you about our friends over at Attorneys on Retainer. There's no doubt we are watching our country be under attack. We got anarchists to the right and to the left. If you're ever put in a self-defense position and you had to use your weapon, call it a firearm, a bat, your car, because someone was attacking you and you're feeling threatened for your life, you can be arrested, indicted, and go to jail. And the public defender, please stop. Don't waste my time. And most people don't have $100,000 sitting in a bank account to, well, defend themselves. The Attorneys on Retainer, I've been a member for years, takes the place of any large fee you would pay an attorney. I want you to go to attorneysonretainer.us/Sanchez right now, and you can see the videos. You can see the national headlines. Mark Victor, constitutional attorney, is the founder, former Marine. He is the only law firm in the country exclusively handling self-defense cases. You should be a member. I'm a member. It's $1 a day. Big deal. $1 a day to protect yourself. What happens if something happens? A local attorney in your city is assigned to you 24/7, 365 that will take care of business for you, and you never pay another dime. Simple, easy, fast. Become a member tonight. Support the people that support this show and support America, more importantly. attorneysonretainer.us/Sanchez. You get $25 off the sign-up fee immediately when you go there. Join the membership tonight. Shoot me a DM that you've done it. You will thank me later. All right, quick break in front of us. When we come back, we're going to start jumping to our calls. Phone lines are open. 702-257-5396 is how you join us. I'm Steve Sanchez. Don't you dare go away.
Terribles Tuesday just got bigger. Download the free.
All right, what do you think of the show so far? You're hanging out with me in the Undisclosed Bunker Studios. We're live on radio. We're going to go one more segment, and you can still participate. I will show you and lead you later how you can continue with the rest of the show when we sign off of the socials. Pretty easy to do. In fact, I'll tell you now, make sure you download either the iHeartMedia app. It's free. The Odyssey app. It's free. The TuneIn app. It's free. Or you can just go to the SteveSanchezShow.com website. My link's in the bio, and you can click that. You'll see the Listen Live player. You can listen there. Keep that in your calendar. We're here every night at 6 p.m. We're also live on radio on KDON in Las Vegas, but Dodgers ball bumped us tonight, but that's okay. We know where the real fire is. Nothing stops us. We're here. We're live. And what's more important is you're here with us. All right. Any questions? I guess I'm going to ask you this question. Our social media audience. If you were kind of on the fence regarding our operation in Iran, did President Trump's address to the nation tonight solve or ease your concerns? Or did it just basically make you more confused? See, I have been a supporter of the operation because I do believe Iran had missiles. They were getting nuclear capacity and they needed to be stopped. I believe that. I don't want troops on the ground, but I trust the commander-in-chief. I have to. Because a lot of people are like, oh, he should have never started this war. Here's how I look at this. We've been in a flippin' war for 47 years with Iran since they pulled what they pulled in 1979. I really believe President Trump is ending this war. And yes, our military has to be used, and we don't want that. But our military is the most elite, the most courageous on the planet. Let's support them. Let's not wear them down and tear them down. And they know, they understand that when they sign up, there may be a chance they have to go boots on the ground somewhere. Our prayers are with them, with this president, with this administration. We want this done. We want our gas prices back down. We want our safety. I think that's how most of you feel as well. All right, let me get back to my notes. We're going to be back on radio in a couple minutes, then we'll be back to you at the break.
you from greedy corporations and their careless clients. We force them to pay for what they've done. If you've been injured, visit samandashlaw.com. We fight, you win.
The only real estate team I trust right here in Las Vegas is the Brankus team of Keller Williams Realty, the marketplace. Now, thanks for joining me today. It seems like things have slowly been moving from a seller's market to a more balanced one. So what does that mean for both buyers and sellers?
Yes, Sean, the market is shifting, and it's always shifting. With more homes on the market, the good news for buyers is that there's more choices out there. And for sellers, the home needs to look clean and sharp, and you need to hire an agent that has marketing dollars and knows what to do to attract buyers. Sean, our marketing system works, and it's worked for over 40 years.
All right, thanks for keeping us up to date. Put the most experience and the best marketing to work for you. Call the Brankus team today at 702-456-5959, online at thebrankusteam.com. That's thebrankusteam.com.
License number BS16186. Call for details.
Do you have fatigue from seeing all the so-called social media experts have an answer to your questions? Well, my friend Guy Nora has answers. He's got a common sense first agenda that can help you if you're struggling in your finances, your personal relationships, or your health. Former 2022 gubernatorial candidate right here in the state of Nevada, and a successful venture capitalist and philanthropist, not to mention radio and TV show contributor. He has answers. Visit him on his socials at The Real Guy Nora for new content dropped daily.
1015 FM KDON.
Have mercy. All right, Steve Sanchez hanging out with you. Had to do a little Billy G there. Phone lines are open. 702-257-5396 is how you join us. Let's go ahead and get down to business. Jack, you're up next. Welcome to the program. There you go.
Yes, sir.
Nothing like some good old ZZ Top, man. They just kill it every time.
The Reverend, yes, sir. And if you're a drummer, like I am, I believe I called in a couple months ago. You said you're a drummer. You play drums as well.
Yes.
I would like to give a shout out to the folks that put on the Las Vegas Drum Show this past weekend at the Tuscany.
Cool,
it was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing meeting a bunch of people that didn't play the Star Wars game, but at the same time. So I would like to start, you asked last hour, I was listening, but I wasn't able to call in. You were talking about Trump's State of the Union, all these life events and political events.
Sure.
I would just like to add that, Steve, I genuinely feel in my soul, in the bottom of my heart, that if you and I met outside of your radio station, we would have a completely different conversation, and to a degree, than what's going on in the air. And in addition to that, I would just like to say that I'm going to have to bow out as far as the on a national scale, calling in and just giving my opinion anymore, and just try to do the Jordan Peterson thing and try to hyper-focus, or not hyper-focus, but just focus more on what I can control in my community and what my best impact would be effectively. But the mainstream media, I don't want to accuse you of being a mockingbird and all those things, but I genuinely believe, like, if we sat down outside of this radio show.
I hear this from a lot of people, not just you. I've got very close friendships. People call me and say, Steve, he's the Antichrist. Steve, this is happening. Hey, he's monarch controlled. And Alex Jones now is saying, hey, this is not the Trump, it's cognitive. We need to invoke the 25th Amendment. All these things are being said. I heard these things before. We heard these things with Ronald Reagan. I don't know how old you are, but I'm going to be 57. They were saying the same crap about Reagan. There just wasn't social media or internet then. This is a constant regurgitation of things. And look, look, in all fairness, there are things that you're probably very accurate on. I'm just a guy that looks at things and has to have complete evidence. I don't go based on conspiracies, thoughts, or what-isms. I go based on what I know. And I do know some things and I don't like other things. But I'll tell you, Jack, giving up on a national platform to have your voice heard is why we're in the position we're in. Don't be one of those crybabies out there, man.
I can respond. You said I could respond, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so last week when I was talking about the same left wing and right wing thing, and we know about the private equity and all that. Okay, so it's not even a Star Wars thing. That's where they divide and conquer.
Yeah.
So what I will say is that your rebuttal to me when you cut me off, and I tried to call back in only because I was so just flabbergasted and amused.
Well,
and
go ahead,
laughing
say it. Go ahead, say it. You got to say it before we go to break. You got to say it.
Okay, let me say. Okay, what I will say is that you were talking about when your generation was growing up under desks for nuclear.
Yes.
Okay. Me and producer Nate, millennials, our teachers didn't throw us under desks for drills. We were glued to the TV watching that. So all this Xbox and new generations you're talking about, we're desensitized to all this war crap and everything else that's going on. So yeah, it's not about going under our desk and that's our generation, what we did, like blast from the past, you know what I mean? No, we actually live it, and now it's so desensitized, people are supposed to be normal to it. So, I mean, again, that's why I say if we were off the air, we can have a totally different conversation, because there's things that you can't say. My uncle has.
Well, you don't know what I can or cannot say. Just, as long as you don't cuss, you can say anything you want. I don't care. Say it.
Well, I mean, I think the Fox Wing thing is still. I think that people like you. I love your show, but I think you have a longer leash than the Sean Hannitys and the Alex Jones of the world. But you still have that machismo ego, like just constantly saying, "I speak the truth," and I was right. And like that Sean Hannity, Alex Jones, Stephen A. Smith.
But I have been. Tell me where I've been wrong.
You've been wrong on the Zionist thing, or because I feel that you're you're an elbow of that propagandist shielding for Israel because you're a Christian Zionist.
No. See, and this is the thing. It's these assumptions that you guys make is not true. I give a truth regarding Israel, and I have tried to educate people on Israel. Israel and the government. Let me finish. Israel and the government of Israel. You're not going to hear me. Israel and the government of Israel are two different things. Israel and the government of Israel are two different things. There are many things that the government of Israel does that I do not like, and I call out. Like, there are many things this country and our government does that I don't like, and I call it out. So I think there's this misunderstanding when it comes to Israel as what God said in the Bible and the people of Israel versus the government. Governments are corrupt. Let me tell you this. You're going to learn something. I'm telling you, Jack. I'm not trying to be mean, but I'm going to tell you something. Governments are corrupt. King Saul, the first king of Israel, proves that. He was corrupt. God gave him everything, but yet God took it from him. He didn't take Israel away. He took the kingdom from him and gave it to King David. And then guess what? After a while, King David did some things and God consequenced him. The people in the government of Israel that are doing the wrong things contrary to God, God's going to consequence, not Jack, not Steve, God. But the people of Israel are going to be safe. Yes, go ahead.
Because what you said, okay, yes, sir, and I'll let you go, but everything you're saying, I'll take it on the chin like a man. There's no ego involved, and that's why I love your show, because there's no ego involved. But let me ask you just one thing, because you have cited the Tucker Carlson, Ted Cruz thing, and that, like, Ted Cruz, he didn't know what he was even trying to cite theology and this and that and the other. So I asked when I called in after that interview with Ted Cruz and Tucker, can you specifically cite the theology part where Zionists are using that?
Yes. Here's what I'm going to do, and I promise you, we've got a break in front of us. Okay, but keep listening on the app. I'm going to when I come back from this break, I'm going to give you scripture and cite exactly what God's talking about regarding Israel, the Abrahamic blessing. Ted Cruz is just an idiot. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He never has, never will. I've never been a Ted Cruz fan. I've said this over and over and over. And Tucker Carlson's just a dummy too. Okay, they're both dummies. It's one's dumb or dumber.
There's no ego here.
Yeah, one is dumb and dumber. It's you want Dumb and Dumber Part 3. You don't have to get Jeff Daniels. You don't have to get Jim Carrey. you can get Ted Cruz and Tucker Carlson, okay? We're going to talk about more when we come back, but Jack's a good guy. I like challenge. Jack and his generation is our future. Good God. You got to learn something, people. We'll be right back.
If you need to sell your house,
Talk to Aaron Taylor.
You want to sell it fast.
All right, appreciate everybody hanging out. See, we get challenged here on radio. We do things that nobody does on social media, nobody does on video podcasts, nobody does on radio. You heard it. One of our callers challenging me, loves the show, but challenging me. So stick around, because when we come back from this break, I'm going to give him the scriptures and the truth of what he is desperately seeking, but we're going to bounce off, but you don't have to bounce off. Odyssey app, iHeartMedia app, the TuneIn app, or the SteveSanchezShow.com websites where you can listen live. We're going to continue the radio show after this commercial break. We're glad you've hung out with us. Peace.